Hey, it's David Bear here, Bear on Marketing. In this video, we're going to take another look at Google search and what we find on the other side. Today, I'm going to be looking at children's doctors or pediatricians in Beaverton, Oregon, and we'll see what we find. We'll look a little bit under the hood in terms of how they're ranked on Google, what the ads look like, and then we'll even take a look at some of their websites and get some feedback or offer some feedback on what we discover. Again, this is another video where I don't know what I'm going to find on the other side, so let's give it a start by typing in Beaverton pediatrician or pediatrics. Okay, let's see. Beaverton pediatrics. Now I'm looking at my report here that tells me that there's actually very low search volume on that, and that's proven out by the fact that I'm not seeing any ads here whatsoever. So I'm gonna see what else we can find. Pediatricians. Okay, all right, now here's ZocDoc is actually bidding on ads for this keyword, Beaverton pediatricians. What if I were to type in Beaverton kids doctor? Okay, again, nobody is bidding on this. So if you're a pediatrician in Beaverton, now I can't say that these are high search volume numbers, but notice there are no ads here whatsoever, and that is helpful insight for you because there's nobody who is competing to get on these pages. All right, let's try this. Oops, I was going to change this to children's doctor. Okay, again, Beaverton Children's Doctor, nothing. Nobody is bidding on that. You can see some ads down here, stjude.org, Dr. Pike. Actually, that's not an ad. Just the St. Jude's one is an ad. Okay, so we're doing pretty well here. Now let's try something like best pediatrician. Oops, that's a pedicure. So best pediatrician in Beaverton. Okay, nobody's bidding there either. So we're doing quite well as I'm looking at this. If you're a pediatrician and you want to be doing some Google AdWords, there are a lot of keywords here for you to be bidding on. Now, let's go ahead and let's see. I'm going to try this one more time with children's doctor in Beaverton. Okay. And we're not getting anything here, but what I have found on almost all these, you notice that we have this map up here, and we have doctors who are showing up really at the top of the page here, and these are based on the Google My Business listings for each of these particular businesses, what you might call the 3-pack or the snack pack. These are positions that you can also rank for by doing a little bit of clever and thorough listing for the maps. Plus, as you'll notice here, getting some nice positive reviews here. 4.4 out of 5, 16 reviews there. 4.3 out of 5, again 16 reviews there. Now this third one, Westside Pediatric Clinic, 3 reviews, but there's no stars here at all. So that is prime real estate for these guys, and that's another approach, another angle you can take is actually investing some time and energy in filling out all of your Google Maps details, your Google My Business details, and that's kind of cool stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual listings. The first thing we see here is Yelp. There's a Yelp, and so they're showing up pretty high here. And then the next one is Health Grades. And then finally, we actually get to an actual doctor's office at number 3. Pediatricians, prenatal, children's doctor, Portland, Beaverton, etc. So this is out in Portland, but the west side of Portland. Looks like they have a couple of locations. You see their phone number showing up here. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and click on over there and see what we find here. So it's the Children's Clinic. Been in business since 1911. Nice. Okay. So, I mean, it's one of the first things I see here, okay, is I have to hunt a little bit to see what I want to do. So, new patient, if I click on that, what does that mean? How to become a new patient? If I am a new patient, not quite sure. So, I got to read through some of that. The one thing I noticed that was not here, right here, front and center on the front page, which I'd like it to be. In fact, so I get here to the front page, I have to click contact. Now, it's not a horrible thing, but I got to click contact to actually find a phone number. If I'm in an emergency situation, I got a kid who needs to see a doctor right away. I'd love to see that phone number right there, front and center, to help me along to the next step. Now I'm gonna just change this and see if this is actually responsive here. Not seeing it. Okay. Yeah, so I was hoping that it might actually show what the mobile version of this site looks like. So let's see what I can't remember the site now. What my site looks like on mobile. I think there's a few different websites that I've used. Okay, mobiletest.me. So let's take a look at that. So I'm going to take this URL, this children's-clinic.com, and let's say I want to look at it on an iPhone. Let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Okay, so wow. All right, so this is the mobile version of it. It's the same exact design, so it is exactly what I was expecting there. I'd love to have a click to call button right here, right? Yeah, this is not an ideal mobile website given the type of business this is. I can actually drill down. I gotta hunt around to find that phone number. Okay, now I finally. Oh, wait a second. First I gotta go through that form. Okay, finally I get a phone number here. That's slightly problematic. It would be something that I would take a look at if I were having my team work on this particular website. Okay, let's go back and take a look at what other results we get here. Let's go back to this and let's type kids doctor in Beaverton. Okay, there we go. There's somebody advertising on this finally. So, West Lynn Pediatric. Now, this is kind of interesting. West Lynn is actually not in Beaverton. It's actually a little bit of a distance. So the fact that they're advertising on this, this is not the most convenient location for somebody who is, serving West Lynn, Portland. Okay, so this is kind of funny that they're actually competing for the keyword kids doctor in Beaverton. Interesting. Okay, and again, now number 3, so I see Yelp, health grades, and then number 3, the Portland Clinic, the pediatrics, and this is a local clinic, a group. And then finally, Metro Pediatrics, Westside Pediatrics. Okay, so finally I'm getting to these guys. And then again, Children's Clinic I'm finding here as well. So these guys probably have invested in some search engine optimization from somebody. In fact, let's go take a look and see if they have. I'm going to go check this out. Okay, so here's another tool that we use here. I'm going to go ahead and look at childrensclinic.com. We'll go over to this website and take a quick look and see what we can find. All right, so interestingly, they are... Okay, they're not advertising, and they do have a bunch of organic keywords that they are ranked for. So let's go ahead and sort it by the Google rank. Oops, what I wanted to do was actually the other way around. Okay, so they're not... Okay, so they're showing up on Yahoo and Bing for things that they're not showing up for on Google. But if I want to go back and let's take a look. Okay, so it's descending order. Should have just left it where it was. Okay, so Children's Clinic website, Children Clinic, the Children's Clinic, Children Clinic, Child Clinic, Children's Clinics, Children's Pediatric Clinic, Pediatric Urgent Care, Portland, Oregon. Okay, so they're showing up on a whole bunch of these pages. which is kind of useful to know, particularly if you are. This is great. Advil dose for children. They're showing up number 10, so the bottom of page 1. Ask a Nurse, Portland, Oregon. Number 9. Pediatricians in Portland, Oregon, 8.7, and then over here on Yahoo Bing, they're showing up at 3.1. So you can see this is some useful stuff, particularly if you're a competitor of theirs, to see where they are showing up and then try to outrank them. Very, very useful information. Okay, let's jump back over here, and here was somebody who I saw advertising earlier. Daycare and Children's Pediatric Clinic. Kind of curious to see them simply because I want to know what that business is about. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well this is a kind of a cool business model. I've never heard of such a thing. Okay, so they offer daycare and pediatrics. Let's take a look there. Okay, I remember seeing an ad for them, but I actually don't remember seeing them organically ranked. So I'm gonna go and check them out as well. Let's go back to this site here. Oops, I forgot to hit search. And let's see what we get for them. Okay, so they are just showing up for 4 organic keywords. Interestingly, they're not actually showing up. Okay, I'm not seeing them for ads, so maybe I'm maybe they were on the map. Okay, yeah. So Doctors Pediatric. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and Google Doctors Pediatric and see what I find for them. Okay, yep, there they are. They're showing up number 4, just like it said. But this is a really interesting way to start to see, A, what people are bidding for on ads, B, who is doing a good job with their Google My Business and Maps descriptions and placements, and then C, who is investing in effective search engine optimization. In this case, Doctors Pediatric, no idea what this is, and this may not even be in our area, so they're showing up. This is in Connecticut, way across the country. And then I do see something in Central Oregon, healthychildren.org. So this is probably a directory site showing, I'm not quite sure what this is, American Academy of Pediatrics. Okay, so that's the trade organization. And then you find that website here. I'm not sure that this is necessarily. Actually, there are 390 monthly searches for this term, Doctors Pediatric. So maybe if I go Doctors Pediatric Beaverton, okay, and let's see what we find here. Okay, so okay, that's probably where I saw that site before. Yeah, okay. And then I get the same ones as I saw before, Yelp, and then a children's clinic. Health Grades, which was number 2, so Children's Clinic actually jumped up one over here. Metro Pediatrics, let's take a look at theirs. Okay, again, a lot of choices here, and maybe these are all choices that the My Health Portal, Pay My Bill, those are things that are probably helpful to have, but they are the first things top front and center that you see. Clinic hours, patient forms, notice of privacy practices, an important thing to have on your website. I'm not sure that it's so important it needs to be up there. Careers, let's see, do they have a footer? Yeah, so that privacy practice stuff could absolutely go down at the bottom here. Who we are, what we do, expected parents, keeping my children healthy. So this is good information, but how do I contact you? Where's your phone number? Right, I got to scroll down here. I see. It's because they have 4 different offices and different phone numbers. So which location do you want? Well, how do I know that they have different locations? Let's see. I got to click there. I got to click there. I'm not even seeing locations as an option up here. So again, something else that I would want to take a look at if I were having my team work on a website overhaul or redesign for these guys is really, what is the information that's front and center, and contact is always one of those things that is so overlooked and really ought not to be. So I'm just going to scroll through here and see. Interesting. So they have a slider, but they don't actually have anything on the slider. So they have these arrows not going anywhere at all. Okay. All right, so yeah, there we go, 35 providers, and then their locations here. But it is below the fold. It's something I cannot see when I first load the page, so I got to go hunting for it. All right, let's go back and we'll do one more, and then I think we're probably good for this video on how pediatric physicians are ranking in Beaverton, Oregon. So let's go ahead and let's try Beaverton Pediatrician. Oops. Pediatricians. I think I may have done this one already. Yeah, something tells me I did. Okay, Metro Pediatrics, which is what we just looked at, they're number 2. So Yelp is doing really good. I think one of your goals here, if you're trying to outrank this, is really to have an eye on what Yelp is doing. I'm not sure that I can run this particular thing in here, but let's give it a try. Oh yeah, so see what's happening here is Yelp is bidding on pay-per-click. That's a lot of bids on pay-per-click, and because they're bidding on so much of that, they're getting a ton of traffic. In fact, there are 15,422 keywords that they're bidding on. Okay, they are over the course of this last year. Now, this is Yelp overall. This is not okay. Yeah, so it got rid of the specific conditions of that page on this site. But Yelp is a site that is investing. Okay, they have 2.6 million keywords that they're ranked for. You can see all these #1 keywords. So Sofa Design Center San Diego. They rank #1 on Bing and Yahoo and Google, right? Liposuction San Francisco. They rank #1. Puppies at Moondoggies. I have no idea what that is, but they are ranking #1 for that. So Puppies at Moondoggies is probably a business, and Yelp is outranking that business. Edwin Auto Repairs, Sterling, Virginia. Again, Yelp is ranking #1, and that is probably a business. So interesting stuff that you can learn a lot from here. Look at what Yelp is doing. They are outranking business names based on those the fact that those businesses are not actually competing for that attention. Yelp is. So interesting stuff, and actually a very smart strategy for a business that wants to outrank a competitor. All right, I think that's good. We've taken a look at a whole bunch of search results, ads, and the 3-pack up here for the Google Maps in searches for Beaverton Pediatrics. If you have any questions about how you can leverage Google searches for your business, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach me at bearonmarketing.com. I'll go ahead and leave a link here in the video, and always happy to chat with anybody who is looking to get more traffic, more leads, and more sales through the internet for your business. This is David Bear on Marketing, with another off-the-cuff browse through Google to see what comes up when I type something in that search bar. All right, you take care.